Ako po, sa kaibuturan ng aking puso, naniniwala po ako na tama ang pagpapatawag namin at pagsusumpina kay Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales. Sabi ni Ombudsman Carpio Morales, ako raw po ay may 10 million hanggang 12 million US dollars po sa 82 bank accounts. Wala po akong kilalang tao may 82 bank accounts. Ewan ko lang po kay Ombudsman Morales, baka siya meron. Kaya nakatanim sa isip niya yung 82 bank accounts. Ang katotohanan po, ako'y nagulat sa sinabi ni Ombudsman Morales. Lalo-lalo na nung siya ay nag-PowerPoint presentation na kinlaim po niya na ako daw ay may $82 accounts. She misleadingly alleged that such information was based on the report provided her by AMLAC. Ito pong AMLAC report na ginamit ni Ombudsman Morales dito sa impeachment court na ito. Ginamit dito sa impeachment court na ito ay hindi po authenticated. Walang predicate crime, walang investigasyon, walang court order, walang notice sa depositor. Clearly, it came from a polluted source. Ang ginawa ko po ay tumawag po ako ng isang team ng accountants na pag-aralan yung listahan na winagayway dito ni Ombudsman Morales. At malinaw na malinaw po na kanyang testimony was one of deception, exaggeration, and misrepresentation. Gusto ko po sanang humingi ng pahintulot sa Honorable Impeachment Court kung pwede rin po ako gumamit ng PowerPoint presentation.
You're granted, Mr. Chief Justice. Session suspended for 1 minute for the Chief Justice to prepare his PowerPoint presentation.
So it's PowerPoint presentation versus PowerPoint presentation. Chief Justice Renato Corona has been granted permission to present his own PowerPoint presentation, which he says will be used to rebut the testimony of Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales on his alleged 82 bank accounts and $10 to $12 million. Earlier, we saw the Chief Justice address the allegations against him. First, he tackled the family dispute over the Basugitote Enterprises Incorporated. He said that the root of that rift was a property in Libis wherein he claims that his mother-in-law was not granted the one half of that property that she is entitled to. He called Jose Maria Basa, he called him a spoiled brat and said that he was actually out of work and had no source of income and was only running to his mother for money. Of course, if we recall, Jose Maria Basa is the father of Ana Basa, who is now present at the Senate, and one of those who are contesting the family corporation with cases now pending before the Supreme Court. He said that it wasn't Jose Maria Basa who is the victim here, but actually his wife and his mother-in-law. He said sila ang inapi because of that property in Libis. And that Corona also tackled some of the issues now included in the impeachment complaint. First, he tackled the 45 properties. Again, he said that he owns only 5 of these properties, and he even mentioned the links of LRA Chief Eulalio Diaz to Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales. He is the nephew of the Ombudsman, and Supreme Court Justice Antonio Carpio, and also he said a close friend of President Aquino. He said that list was exaggerated and fake because he only owns 5 properties. Corona also explained why he did not declare his acquisition cost. He said that the fair market value is the more important part of the SALN because it is updated, it is accurate, and it is more reliable because it is adjusted to the current price as compared to the acquisition cost, he says, which will only be dependent on the year when that property was bought. Then he attacked journalist Raisa Robles and said that he has no property in the United States. He said that the journalist Raisa Robles was lying and called her a fake writer and pretending to be a journalist, he says. And then Corona is now tackling his cash assets, and he says he will present the PowerPoint to dispute the allegations of the Ombudsman. He said he does not regret asking for a subpoena for Ombudsman Morales. He said the AMLAC report that she based her information on was not authenticated. So he was actually attacking the procedure by which the AMLAC and the Ombudsman got his bank data. He said it wasn't authenticated, there was no predicate crime, there was no investigation, court order, and notice to him as required by law. He said that it was a polluted source, exaggerated, and a misrepresentation. So Corona's so-called opening statement has actually been running for about 2 hours now, but as we saw, the senators are still allowing him to go on, and this has all been entered into the record of the Senate. We will see later on how the defense and also curiously the prosecution will try to respond to that opening statement, considering that it's not the usual way by which a witness testifies before a court. We will see that in the coming hours, and of course this PowerPoint presentation from the Chief Justice.
Bago pa tayo umalis, stress ka. Very much.
Session resumed. Mr. Chief Justice, are you ready with your PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, Mr. Senate President, I'm ready.
Well, you may proceed.
Anong pangalan niya? Santana. May we request, Your Honor, that Attorney Santana, who have prepared this power presentation, be allowed to assist the Chief Justice, Your Honor.
Just a minute. Will you repeat your request?
May we request, Your Honor, that Attorney Santana, who principally prepared this PowerPoint representation, Your Honor.
What is the nature of the assistance that will be extended?
Computer technical matters, Your Honor.
Then place the one assisting the Chief Justice under oath, because he's going to be, in effect, participating in the...
We agree, Your Honor.
All right.
We will comply very, very religiously. Santana, will you come over? Ayan. You swear under oath.
The gentleman from Iloilo.
Mr. President, I think the lawyer will only operate the machine, if I got it correctly, and will not testify. So maybe we do not need to have him placed under oath because he will not testify. He will just operate the machine.
You will not assist in explaining the information that will be shown to the court? Huh?
Oh.
Oh.
Are you going to...
Mr. President, I will just be assisting in the operation of the laptop computer.
All right.
And I will not testify
You
on
don't have to take the oath.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. So ordered. Proceed.
With the permission of the Honorable Court.
Proceed, Mr. Chief Justice.
Gaya po ng nasabi ko kanina, bago tayo nag-break, narito ko para pabulaanan ang sinabi ni Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales na ako raw ay may 10 to 12 million US dollars sa 82 bank accounts. Wala pong katotohanan yung sinasabi ni Ombudsman Morales. Nung siya ay mag-testify po dito, nag-assemble po ako ng team of accountants to analyze her presentation at gagamitin ko po ang sariling diagram ni Ombudsman Morales para i-expose ang napakatinding pagsisinungaling niya para sirain ang aking reputasyon. Ito po ang report ng aking mga accountants, yung kanilang analysis ng explanation ni Ombudsman Morales.
The prosecution, since the Honorable Chief Justice is actually testifying now under oath, and he has been doing this, if there is any objectionable portion of the testimony of the Chief Justice, you may raise your objection, and the court will consider the objection, because
In
Your Honor, please.
in consonance with the pronouncement made by the Honorable Presiding Justice, Your Honor, may we now move that all the statement of the witness, Your Honor, in his opening statement be considered as part of his testimony on direct examination, Your Honor.
Well,
Anyway, that is under oath.
Yes, actually, the Chief Justice was placed on the witness stand, took his oath
Yes, Your
to
Honor.
testify, and he testified in a narrative way.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is why earlier I said, with the objection of the opposition being raised, that the statements of the Chief Justice, his opening statements, is a part of his testimony
Thank you.
already, and that it's open to cross-examination.
All right. Thank you then, Your Honor.
All right.
Very clearly.
You may make your motion so that it will be officially recorded.
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was making my motion, Your Honor, that the statements, all the statements or testimony made by the Chief Justice in connection with the opening statement be considered as part of his direct examination, subject, of course, to the cross-examination required or prescribed by law on the matter, Your Honor.
What is the position of the prosecution? Because there were hearsay portions of the narration of the Chief Justice.
If Your Honor will recall, I earlier tried to raise objections to the manner by which the quote-unquote testimony of the Chief Justice is being presented.
So you will agree that we will consider the testimony of the Chief Justice as his actually evidence in chief.
Yes, but we'd like to raise our objections, Your Honor, please.
You will raise
Continuing objection to the testimony of the Chief Justice. And if I may discuss.
Go ahead.
Yes. First of all, as the Chair has noted, the testimony of the Chief constitutes hearsay. It likewise constitutes irrelevant testimony, and he is incompetent to testify on some of the subject matter. What I would like to stress here, Your Honor, please, is that the Chief has been hurling accusations, charges against individuals who are not even parties to this complaint and who are not here to defend themselves. And I think that's a gross violation of their rights.
Yeah, but anyway,
I would just like to put that on record because it might be said that we just sat down and did nothing. I would also like to put on record in the strongest, most vehement terms the charges of the Chief that the prosecutors have resorted to trickery, shenanigans, or presenting evidence that's fake under the guidance and the stewardship of a very competent, firm, and wise presiding judge, with the support of the other senator judges. How can we possibly do that? In fact, when we filed our formal offer was admitted in evidence by the senator judges.
May we know?
Excuse me, I am not yet done. It is not fair.
let the prosecution finish.
Mr. Chief, we are lawyers here. We are under oath to push our cases as hard as we can, as your defense counsel have admirably done. But to just cast aspersions on my team without any basis is unfair. And I object to it.
Are you true?
Anyway,
Yes, are you true? Maybe.
All right, we take note of your objection. But anyway, we are going to focus, this court will focus on the testimony of the Chief Justice, and we will consider what is relevant and what is irrelevant, what's immaterial and what's immaterial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Counsel, for the defense.
May we now
Proceed.
May we now request permission for the Chief Justice to continue with this
Yes,
presentation,
the
Your Honor?
Chief Justice may now continue.
As I was saying earlier, Ombudsman Morales accused me of having 10 to 12 million US dollars in 82 bank accounts. That is a malicious lie. And I will be using the Ombudsman's own diagram, which you see on the screen, to expose the malicious lie she unleashed, which was intended for no other reason but to destroy my reputation. A careful analysis of the AMLAC report would show that many of these accounts were already closed and the funds thereof transferred to settlement accounts. These bank accounts represent time deposits or investments. Each time a time deposit would mature and be rolled over, a new account would be created or consolidated to make a new placement to earn higher interest. These funds would then be transferred from one account to another in order to earn more interest. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen of this honorable tribunal, inuulit ko po sa taong bayan, wala po akong 82 bank accounts, dollar accounts. I do not have 82 dollar accounts as charged by the Ombudsman. The alleged AMLAC report itself, contrary to the Ombudsman's misleading representations, will show that there are only 4 dollar accounts by December of 2012. 4, not 82. 4. For example, in BPI Acropolis branch, which only had 7 and not 8 bank accounts, all these bank accounts in BPI Acropolis were closed as early as 2004 to 2005 and transferred to BPI Tandang Sora and PS Bank Cainta. Thus, there were no longer any bank accounts in BPI Acropolis. For BPI Tandang Sora branch, the Ombudsman said that I allegedly had 18 accounts in said branch. But the alleged AMLAC report will also show that all these accounts were closed during the period 2004 to 2007 and transferred to BPI San Francisco del Monte and PS Bank Cainta. Makikita po ninyo dun sa screen, paliit ng paliit yung pie na sinabi ni Ombudsman Morales na meron daw ako. The same goes for the 34 accounts in BPI San Francisco del Monte. The accounts in this branch were closed beginning 2007 to December 2011. Yun po, makikita ninyo, kakaperinggot na lang po natitira. The last account to be closed was the main account, account number 3244108104 BPI MIC. The BPI Investment Management Incorporated account was sourced from the BPI San Francisco del Monte main account number 3244108104. This was closed on December 19, 2011, and the funds thereof or therein transferred to main account number 3244108104. For Allied Bank, these placements include the Citibank and 2 Deutsche Bank accounts. The main account for Allied Bank is account number 158-200-2676. The alleged AMLAC records show that most of the Allied Bank accounts, including those accounts representing the placements made by Allied Bank in Citibank and Deutsche Bank, were closed and the funds thereof transferred to the main account, and this main account was closed in December of 2011. For PS Bank, all the bank accounts in PS Bank Cainta were closed between August and October of 2008, and the funds in these accounts were transferred to PS Bank Katipunan. In PS Bank Katipunan, the alleged AMLAC report shows only the last 2 PSB Katipunan accounts were account numbers 01410-24292 and 01310-02826. Yan po, payat na po natitira.